come up on the air tonight. Tensions are still high across the nation as thousands of demonstrations are taking to the streets to protest the heightened immigration enforcement that has, of course, gripped the nation, as many of you have heard about. That includes protests right here in Maryland. Today, hundreds took part in a ICE Out for Good rally and vigil in Columbia. That is what you are looking at right now. Meanwhile, anti-ICE protests continue around the nation 4 days after the death of 37-year-old Renee Good. In Minneapolis today, demonstrators gathered to protest in neighborhoods where more ICE raids were taking place, in some cases crying and screaming as residents were apprehended by ICE agents. CBS News' Nicole Senga has more for WJZ.
Around the nation, demonstrators continue to protest the shooting death of 37-year-old Renee Good. Good was killed by an ICE agent on Wednesday while driving her SUV down a snowy Minneapolis street. On Sunday in Minneapolis, ICE raids continued, sparking outrage. Cameras caught one Minneapolis man being apprehended by gun-wielding ICE agents while protesters cried out. On CNN's State of the Union, Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem said ICE is doing its job and the ICE agent who killed Renee Good acted in self-defense.
How can you assert with certainty that she was trying to hurt the officer as opposed to she was trying to flee the scene?
If you look at what the definition of domestic terrorism is, it completely fits the situation on the ground. This individual, as you saw in the video that we released just 48 hours after this incident, showed that this officer was hit by her vehicle, she weaponized it, and he defended his life and those colleagues around him and the public.
On Sunday's Face the Nation, Minnesota Democratic Representative Ilhan Omar said there needs to be a thorough investigation.
It is not acceptable for Kristi Noem and the president and the vice president to make these kind of judgments without there being a full investigation, even though we can see in the videos that have been produced so far that what they are describing is really not what is taking place.
The White House says the case will be investigated exclusively by the FBI. Nicole Senga, CBS News.